Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. We have had some rain here at the property, I think, which is great. Just dropped my little one off at school, was coming to water, check on things. We got a honeydew melon that I hope is about ready for harvest. But I'm glad that I don't have to water today. It's always better to get rain, all that soluble nitrogen. Plants uptake it, they use it differently. They prefer the rain. It is about 70 something ish degrees, maybe high 60s, low 70s. But it's feeling cooler, definitely not as hot as it's been. But I think today is the day that we start to see the cool down. We're at September 8th today, so fall is coming. Just gonna walk down here, see what we got going on. Well, I don't see a ton of ripe tomatoes, but things looking good. Oh, we got some okra. Heck yeah. Yeah, and it definitely, we got rain dripping off of this thing. It definitely rained, which is good. So I don't have to water. This is the bugger that I really want to harvest. Oh, what is that? But I think, so they always say with a melon, you find the closest tendril. So that would either be this one or that one. And when it's brown, it's ready for harvest. It's starting to turn yellow, but it's not ready yet. We got another one there. We got one there. And we got one there. And y'all, let me tell you something. The Atomi watermelons that I grew, they're heirloom, small container variety heirloom. They were a bit disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. They have all split before we have had the chance to harvest and enjoy them. I trellised a couple up, but I noticed the other day, even though I still trellised a couple of them up, one of them, and I mean, it was only about this big, is still split. So we're not having great luck with those. But let's actually see other stuff that is making me real happy. So our potatoes here, we're starting to get these have been up, but I see we're starting to get more up, which is really good. And then it looks like our peas are doing fantastic and starting to flower, which is awesome. Now, the one thing I am going to do with this whole row of peas is cover them. We have that cloth over there. You can see it. And put it over it so that we don't get birds and stuff eating all of our peas, because they will. Ooh. Oh my goodness. That almost came right off. And I've just been trying to train the peas up through here to just kind of grab on. Because you want them to, they need to be able to climb up stuff, right? So I'm just using this gate. I mean, we have it already. Let's not make a molehill out of a mountain here. These are our golden beets. Those are starting to come up. The red beets there, you can see. Now I planted carrots here, and I'm not seeing any carrot sprouts, which makes me a little bit sad. But, you know, we'll wait until it gets a little colder. See what happens with that. Okay, buddy, you go up over here. There you go. Okay. Oh, they're looking good, buddies. We are looking good. I had these extra ones. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with them, but oh. Holy okra back, man. So, you guys, when your okra gets about this big, they become a little bit woody, and it's probably better to just let them dry on the thing and save those for seeds, because they don't make good eating when they are that large. Oh my gosh, the Criolla de Cocina pepper. It's finally, oh no! Oh, dang it. I just took that off. I didn't mean to, but it's starting to blush. We have a bunch more though. We've got our Sugar Rush peach peppers, which also just are not turning color yet. So I'm kind of leaving them on there to wait and see and hope that that happens. But we got a bunch of them, so that's good. The other thing I planted the other day, this is just an ornamental for cut flower purposes, was this Dusty Miller. And it's turning dark green on the bottom. My mom knows more about this than I do, so I'm going to ask her what that means and if that's a bad thing. But it looks like the Aster, Cosmo, the Bells of Ireland. This is the Benaries Zinnia. We're gonna, let's see. I think this one was a Snapdragon, and it has not germinated, which does not make me happy. But these are all our other seedlings. We got some Brussels sprouts starting to come up. The thyme was doing fine. It was coming up, so it's all right. We've got the arugula, the cilantro. We've got some more stuff there. So it's starting to pop up, which is great. And we're going to start seeing nights in the 60s, and then probably in the next couple weeks in the 50s also. So I'll let that be that. And I love to be harvesting while I'm talking to you guys, but unfortunately that's hard to do when you're trying to hold something with one hand and do it with another. Our okra. Ooh, that is on the menu tonight, I think. Those are ready to go. Look at that one. And our cosmos. I trellis them up. Finally, just use these PVC pipe stakes. Oh, look at her. She's stunning. So we planted spinach, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and then a bunch of herbs over there. So we're going to wait to see sprouts from that in this bed. Oh, spider webs. The Gomphrenia is looking beautiful. I think we're going to let it go a little bit longer. And we got lots of cherry tomatoes to harvest, which is nice, finally. Oh my gosh, that's so good to see, because it's been taking them some time. Oh yeah. And we got some brandy wine. Heck yeah. Love it. Y'all, this has taken so long for all this stuff to like ripen and come up, and it is just making my heart happy. Oh, that one got eaten. Dang it. To see all these ready to go. Ooh, you got some weird moldy fungus. Let's pull you off. We don't want you. All of the tomatoes that are kind of like this, they go out in the woods. But we got more beautiful aromas. Actually made sauce yesterday from Roma tomatoes. So the other thing we did this weekend, we planted rutabagas here. So you can see them there. That one looks like, oh, he died and got a little bit dried up, but that's okay. We're gonna be better this fall about succession sowing. This is kale all along here. I planted some lettuce there. Just some random stuff. So there's our other peppers. And it's gonna start getting too cold at night for peppers, so. But these are our Atomi watermelons, and I just am hoping that because I trellis these that they don't split and we actually get some watermelons to enjoy out of them. Yarrow has gone to seed. It's dying back, which is fine. That's what it does. But you know, you got new growth coming in there, and it'll, I'm sure, reseed ripe tomatoes. Oh, guys. All right. I have got some things to harvest, so I'm going to put you all down, and I'll pick you back up when I'm done. I decided not to do the thing where we try to carry everything up in our hands. So I got my harvest basket. We have two. One we leave here and one we leave at the apartment in town. But we just got so many dang cherry tomatoes, y'all, that I had to go get a basket because they're all going to end up falling out. And as you're walking uphill, they're all going to roll downhill behind you. So just use common sense. Just get a vessel to carry them all in. Preferably something that's clean. Oh my gosh, it is such a beautiful morning. I kind of, I come out here in the mornings, usually drop my daughter at school and come here, and I sort of end up losing myself in the garden. And I have to sort of snap myself back to reality and say, hey, you've got a work day that you've got to finish. Because I really could be out here just all day. I mean, it's so beautiful. It brings me so much happiness to work out here and do all this and see my plants grow. Be able to harvest food for my family. Oh my goodness. But this is what we are dealing with today, y'all. We got 3 Roma tomatoes. We got 2 Brandywines. I mean, cherry tomatoes just out the yin yang. And I wasn't going to harvest a ton of herbs, but I think now that I have the basket, I will harvest more. I just didn't really have anything to carry them in. But now that I've got this, I mean, would you look at all these beautiful little cherry tomatoes. And we got some okra. You know, guys, the okra this year has not been as prolific, I think, as I'm used to. And I just think it's interesting depending on weather, right? Like, your year's going to be different. Oh, can't forget my pepper. Your year's going to be different every year, you know? And it's very dependent on what the weather's doing and all that. So this year we just haven't had, we had a ton of rain, and the okra's just not as crazy when you don't get those real hot, dry temps. But I always remind myself, like when I'm like, oh, it's going to be August and everything's going to stop growing, right? That the, okra, like, it grows in India, right? Like, it likes it really hot. So You know, it's always kind of my little consolation prize in August when everything else is kind of giving up and pooping out, is that at least I will have okra. So for all of my herbs, I've harvested them pretty consistently. And like my lemon basil plant, you know, it's pretty bushy. And so I'm going to let this one have a couple that go to seed. Just so that I can save some seeds for it from next year. Oh my gosh. I wish you guys could smell this. That lemon basil is just so beautiful. And I really look forward to putting that in my tea. The other thing I want to do is get some lemon balm. Because also, as well as smelling lemony and delicious, it is a fantastic medicinal. It is actually very healthy. I mean, it's gotten a lot bigger than what it was. Ooh, so much grass from all that hay. But I am trying to kind of majority not harvest this too vigorously because I do want it to grow and spread. So pretty. But again, it is a really good medicinal, and it smells really good. Look at that little mushroom. Yeah, when you have mushrooms in the soil, that is a good indicator that your soil microbiome is real healthy. That's a very good thing. All right, I think that's all. But thanks for harvesting with me today. Thank you for watching and hanging out. We got more fall garden stuff coming at you here soon. It'll be really exciting over the next couple weeks. The stuff that I showed you today that's really small, to see how big it gets, kind of with the weather that we've probably got coming up here. So hope you guys have a wonderful and safe weekend, and we'll catch you on the next one.